think I'm getting confirmation that we are good to go. Yeah, all right, cool. Nice. Yeah, no, this is the Slugger versus the Artist. Nice. We are jumping right into it. Londo Leo versus Haumaikro. This is, like I said, I'm pretty excited about this. We just saw some very clean zone control style Artist versus now actually one of the longest time players of Slayers, sort of. Like, I know Leo has been very active for a very long time. I don't think he was in the very first round of people, but, you know, that was actually a pretty small group. So, there's still, like, I want to say over a year that Londo's been around and active. Ooh, the wall tag! I love to see that stuff. Focus, focus, focus! Everyone focus, everyone calm down. Wow, the reverse. Oh, wow, that's interesting. You can do the reverse down tilt. I always do it on accident, but yeah, I guess you could do it on purpose to. Ooh, nice, nice. With the tree, it's that strong hitbox. Actually, doing a pretty good job of avoiding these deadly Slugger hitboxes that are really massive. Really devastating. All right, yep. This is exactly. Oh, yeah, 65. Very clean off of kind of a straight hit. This is really the way, like, my experience with this matchup has gone. Is that, you know, Artist is kind of desperately trying to avoid getting tagged at all by the Slugger, because then, you know, he can put the hurt on really hard. But then, you know, I say that right back at him. Now we're at a clean 98%. I cannot believe that strong did not hit that up strong. That was crazy. Oh, yeah, look at this. This is so many. And actually, I love the placement too, because the tree on the side there, little fake out. Yeah, Londo just had to get all the way out of dodge because there was way too much on the right side of the screen. So good as Slugger's up air is, ooh, nice recovery. He knows how to recover with the line. Yeah, this one tech. That's oh wow, I love that jab jab into the tree. Is that it? I think that could have been it. I think that was a like weak up air into strong up air. And that would have been. Ooh, facing the wrong way. We're zoning. We're zoning. Ooh, the drag down. Wow, that just killed. Yeah, I mean, I guess he was at 140. Yep, there it is. So now we've got a lead for Haumaikro. But, I mean, this honestly could be... Like, I've been 0 to death so many times in this matchup, and it looks like it's happening. Oh, he went for the left end. I'm sure other... Left end is going to be the main game. It's just gonna have everything as the left end. I'm calling it. And then Mango's gonna one day play, and he's like, no, it's now the Mango. This is property of the Mango. Ooh, nice. That was a crazy situation. He actually got out of the hit stun by smashing the stick, and then wave landing immediately after to kind of toss up or mix up where he was gonna hit some before. Nice recovery. Wow, this is probably the closest game we've had up to this point. And honestly, ooh, bad situation for Londo. Oh, so unfortunate. Didn't get the wall jump, I guess. This is actually property of the club. It is. It is. We just don't know it yet. All right. Well, I'll put. I'll go ahead and update my. So that's one win for Haumaikro so far. And we're just getting right back into it. Ooh, we got Dark Slugger. I actually love these skins. These are new edition as of yesterday. I think that our two UI artists, Yukon and Kindle were the ones that came up with this one and the Vaporwave. Actually, all of the new ones, think about it. So, alright. Again, or maybe not again, but as we're starting to come to expect from Haumaikro an early lead. Kind of a scramble, but Londo's able to get out of it, turn it back around. This is, I just gotta say, this is a treat for me to watch. Just really anytime I see someone playing the game, I'm already happy, but to see, people who are very, you can tell, like, have some serious experience. Like, it feels like there's been some definite labbing going on, which is like, that's so cool. Alright. Oh, he almost got it. Something that Pochi claims is that he's a very good artist main, maybe the best. We'll see, I guess. But he claims that anytime Slugger is off the stage versus the artist, the Slugger should be dead. Which, I don't know. Maybe. I could certainly see it. But, well, I guess on paper I could see it. I have a hard time, visualizing how exactly you would make that happen. Yeah, that was a nice little trade for Micro. But, oh, yep. That move is strong still. That's a strong style smash. Ooh. Feels like, well, I guess he's still in control. Felt like, ooh, yeah. No. He's like almost hitting these combos, like in like I guess true fashion, but I mean still very solidly in control. Dang, this is a lot of damage. This is actually in Smash 4 and Ultimate they call this ledge trapping, but yeah, this is just very clean play, very good stage control, like positioning play at the ledge. But now Micro got that hit. Londo's able to pull it back out, but ooh, yep, held the focus, got the grab, got the back throw. Wow. Yeah, that's something that the introduction of air blocking makes moves like double jab or the artist, one hit into the next kind of problematic at some of these lower percents, especially where the hit stun is not 100%, but in games where, like in Smash, where you can't air block, which is, I guess, basically all of them, then it's not actually a problem, because even if it doesn't like show up on the combo counter, it still would combo because they don't have any other options at that point. So, yep, Micro pulls it back out, and we are now one stock to one stock. Yeah, that was exactly the situation I was talking about just now. Ooh. This could, wow. That the sun to do the tech chase there was actually pretty slick. Wow, I'm surprised he was able to get back without. I guess he was probably thinking. Londo was probably thinking he was gonna do the line rider recovery. That's it. We've now tied it up. Okay. We are 1-1, ladies and gents. It's exciting. 2 close games too. So this is good play. We'll see if they end up going back to the Bay. Not sure. Yep, here we are again. Most common stage, partly because in ranked you can't pick anything else. But no, this is classic. It's got a really low ceiling. It's got the tri-plat layout. It's got the wall jump sides. So this is definitely the most played stage, and I don't think anyone's unhappy to play on this stage. There have been, in this last patch, as of yesterday, There've been some pretty big reworks to the visibility of the rooftop stage. Whoa, that was crazy. Oh, I guess it rolled back, so it wasn't that crazy, but it definitely looked like he got out of hit stun by doing the cloud, the ups. Oh, I'm strong, I guess. Is he dead? Oh, no, he's not. Man, that combination of DI and just that move being pretty strong. I thought he just immediately dropped back down and got the hit. Yep, that'll do it though. My favorite thing is when people tell me that the Slugger's forward air and back air need to be buffed. Because, like, you know, I know where they're coming from, but just on paper, the idea of buffing a move that is that large and that strong is kind of a strange thing to request. But I've heard it like several times. This is so brutal. Like, look at that. That's insane. I wonder how you actually get out of that situation. I guess you would have to jump from the ledge and start doing a forward B and hope that he's committed to something else. Yeah, and you saw he just did exactly what I was saying. And he did get out, but you know, I guess this is where the Yomi comes into play. And nice. How did that grab with? I need to check those hitboxes actually. Ooh. That's one of my favorite things. Multi-hitting a move into focus. It's like clank, 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 clank. It's got the general sound feeling of the Daigo parry, even though it's like you don't do anything. Just hold the button. Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised watching a lot of these people play. Is that very few people seem to, at least in the EU, seem to just release the focus attack when they've got it. A lot of times, I know people are most used to in other games you have to jump and do whatever, or just simply grab, which I'm seeing the most of is just, you know, focus grab. But ooh, almost. I thought, oh, that could have been so dirty. Is he dead? Okay, he's alive. Wow. I was so scared for a second. The camera zoomed out really hard and I was looking at the artist. So like that's exactly one of the situations where I think it actually would have been better to just release the focus attack. Like if you block the artist's forward tilt, that double hit move, like that's unsafe. You can do the focus attack into jump up air. I think Val usually does to air grab or ooh, scramble. There we go. Oh, that was so close to hitting, and that would have been the game. But that's now two. Nice use of the line ride. Wow, this has been brought back. Oh. That's it, that's it. It's now 2-0 to Londo. Wow. This is intense. This is a great set so far. I wonder if we'll get a new stage or the bay all the way. It's not like the stages are so different. Although in this matchup, it's some would argue that the cloud stage is real strong for the artist. I don't know. I think that let's see. Oh no, Londo's feeling woozy. Game's too intense. So I think he's going to take just a second to walk around, get some deep breaths in. Stay safe, Londo. In the meantime, though, What have we learned from these so far? I guess I can go ahead and check in on the rest of the bracket up to this point. So it seems that the Honcho and Martum are playing, and it's looking like it was a good idea to to go ahead and get Martin back into it, because he's kind of tearing up the losers bracket. So I think they just started their game, so they're playing their first game, I believe. The bracket to watch right now is definitely going to be the East Coast. That's the one that is got the most entrants at the moment. It's the one that really looks the most stacked. Like the reigning world champ is an East Coast player. That would be Valnashir. There's several other players who have fought for the second place contention. Brio a few times has gotten to second place and has taken a few games off of Val. I don't remember if he took him to game 5, but I know he's at least taken games off of him in a set. Granted, this was like a year ago. We haven't done a tournament in quite a long time, and the game has definitely changed, but these players are all still extremely good. So yeah, you've got Brio, he plays Slugger. Val also plays Slugger. Val's got a very interesting style. I think his biggest strength is that he's just very consistent. Like if he tags you with anything, like you will be taking the max possible damage in the way that, you know, it just feels so obvious when you play versus him. He has this really annoying knack for just converting anything into exactly what, you know, it feels like you should convert into the max amount, if not a kill. So he's definitely the one to look out for the most for East Coast. Brio is a very like overwhelm you type of style. So by the way, Brio is my brother, and he's been playing the game for quite a while as well. But he's a very technical player, very like flashy movement style of play. Okay, I think Londo is back. Some other players to look out for are going to be Pochi, who is most likely, I want to say, the best artist. Although, you know, Haumaikro is looking pretty clean. But yeah, that would be another. Oh, we're going to the rooftop. Nice, nice, nice. So we'll get to see this new changes. So what has changed here is so the platforms are much easier to see. The background has been desaturated quite a bit. We kind of added like a fog to the whole thing, so it's now much easier to tell the characters from the background, because this was such an interesting problem to try to solve, actually. Trying to figure out, like, okay, well, why is there visibility issues? Like, what can we tweak to make this better? The lighting also got tweaked, so now there's, like, little hints of purple, which you don't see anywhere else on the stage. So it's, I think that's actually something that Valorant does with their, like, they add colors to each side of the map, the players on each side. But anyway, okay, so Londo right now is doing pretty well. It's, you know, still early, still very much like one hit away from being even, but it's looking a lot like, you know, somehow Haumaikro survives that situation. That felt like death, and indeed it was. So Londo in the lead at this point. Looking like, you know, there's still a long game left to be played, but it's definitely making it known he wants to get to the winner's side of Grand Finals. Wow. That was actually a really impressive awareness by Londo to avoid all of those paintings. I thought for sure he was at least getting hit by the the sun on its way back, because you can throw it out and you can call it back. But it ended up. Ooh, he went for the. I call that the cannonball, where you kind of run away, you line right back, and then you do the neutral air, which that's actually one of the moves that I'm most looking forward to buffing for the artist. Is right now it's just not active for very long. It's a fairly underwhelming move, but you know, the idea of its combination with the line ride mechanic makes it feel like it should be a very good move, which is partly why when I was setting the artist up, I was kind of nervous about making that move too good, because you could just, you know, like, wee! Line ride, wow, somehow did not die. That was a gutsy play to come back with that that back air while Londo was charging the up strong. Oh man. But yeah, Londo in the lead again. Somehow just seems to have a very good understanding of how to avoid or cut through the zone control that Haumaikro is actually really incredible at. Oh, that was so brutal. My heart goes out to all artist players. Ooh, nice catch. Haumaikro is not out of this. How did he die? How did he die? That was actually so clean. Wow. I want to watch that again at some point. So if somebody clips that, I'll be very grateful. Dang, Haumaikro is in it. 60%, 61%, 70, 84 numbers. Anyway, but really, like, this is so dominant. He's really got all the answers up to this point. Of course, as I say it, oh, is he dead? Is he dead? No, in fact, he lays a trap. No Slugger main can resist charging the up strong in that position. So it was actually really clever to do the so dangerous, so dangerous. If any one of those had connected. And that's it. That's the set. Londo moves on to grand finals on the winner side. Cuts down the Haumaikro win. That was a pretty awesome set. I was pretty much on the edge of my seat the entire time. So that was 3-1 though, I believe. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I'm submitting right now. Ooh. Londo iced him out. No, apparently Londo can get lightheaded, so you know, we gotta make sure our players are staying safe, staying healthy. Stay hydrated, everyone. Actually, that's a good point, Ryan. I think I'll go grab some water real quick, because I've been drinking a lot of coffee, which dehydrates. But yeah, so I'll be right back. I think the next match that's set to be played is going to be the winner of Honcho versus Mardum, which it seems Mardum is now up 2-0 from what I'm looking at on the bracket, but I'm not 100% if that's fully updated. I'm guessing it is, but you know, you see what I see at this point. Anyway, I'm gonna go get hydrated. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna have our loser semifinals match coming up really soon. And, yep. See ya in just a second. Alright, I'm back. And I think next up we've got loser semis. This is going to be Shetty versus Martum. Martum making the Phoenix Rise, the Phoenix Run. After missing the first check-in, got DQ'd to losers bracket and is yet to drop a set.